In this particular palmistry video, I will tell you what the capillary cross lines on the mount of Saturn means: a spot on the mount of Saturn, a cross on the mount of Saturn, star on the mount of Saturn, basically what it means, what the book says, and what basically my interpretation is. The book says that if you have these capillary kind of lines, it would basically mean that a wound on the breast. See, I don't agree with this particular aspect, what the book is saying, and it can't be basically easily said that these kind of lines would automatically mean something related to the breast. I would say Saturn has got more to do with the spine. It has got more to do with your hair and teeth and the bone structure, the knees and the teeth. So those are basically those are the areas where Saturn may affect you. I can't say about the breast part. So uh, I've told you what the book says and my conclusion, what I normally say. The book says that if you have a spot on the mount of Saturn, it says certain even possibilities, the nature of which can be traced on the line of head and heart. Again, I would say that when the book is saying a spot, is it meaning a mole or a spot? See, normally spots we don't generally find. It's very, very rare. So it is hard to basically confirm what the book is saying. But Saturn has more to do with their good and bad qualities, and the good and bad qualities are mentioned out here. This is what you see out here. So the negative qualities are these particular qualities that we are referring to. A spot, it is better to not to have any untoward kind of a sign. If you have got untoward kind of a sign, very like a spot is a negative sign, so then it would kind of mean depression, unwise decisions, loneliness, greed, unstable and immobile, and liabilities that can affect that particular person. So probably these things can get applied. I won't say certainly that some evil kind of possibilities. So this is my conclusion. I've told you what the book is saying and what my conclusion is. The book also mentions a cross, and the meaning they attach to is childlessness. You don't have a child, or a tendency to make a evil use of occult sciences. Yes, Saturn is basically the area of occult sciences. So a negative sign could mean that particular possibility, but not everybody is basically a palmist and or a astrologer, and many people they may have this particular kind of a sign. So I would say it has got more to do with depressive tendencies, unwise decision, or some kind of a containment or instability or greed that may affect one particular person's life and bring bad results. The book also says that it could also mean extreme liabilities to accidents, extreme possibilities of accident. Yes, across could mean extreme possibility to accident, but every time it is not so. So that's the reason why if you have kind of a break on the lifeline out here, and you have got a cross on the mount of Saturn, then basically we may say that accident, or you have a very, very strong line touching your lifeline, something like this, then we may say that there could be an accident. But not in every case that you have a cross and you're going to have an accident. So in my case, I've explained to you what a cross basically means, what the book is saying, and what my conclusion is. The palmistry book also mentions that if you have got a star on the mount of Saturn, it could mean paralysis or some kind of a disease that is incurable. Yes, there could be a possibility, but that star has to be very, very prominent. Some people may have a star, but they may have a very thin and very, very meek kind of a star, which is barely visible. And then they would basically go really afraid. Oh, I've got a star, so I'm going to have paralysis and all these kind of things. I would say that don't worry too much about these things, because you also need to have very flat nails. If you have total flat nails, then the paralysis possibility basically may arise. And if your nails are flat as well as V shape, then the paralysis indications may increase. And the third possibility is that your nails are flat, they are V-shaped, and the skin is coming over on top of those particular nails. Then the possibility basically increases of paralysis. But again, I've seen many people's hand where they have these kind of nails. They may have that nerve related issues, but they may not have paralysis. So the book is going into extremes. See, what happens is that when you are writing a book of palmistry, you can't include everything in the book. So you have to give your conclusions in this way only. Otherwise, the book is going to expand to thousands of pages, and it would be unable. Nobody would be able to read those kind of books. So that's the reason why I would say that book is also saying correct, but you don't have to be really afraid, because when you are an amateur and reading hands, so what's going to happen is that you're going to go into extreme when reading a particular person's hand, and you are going to basically the person whose hand you are reading, you may give extreme readings and they are going to go into depression, or they may go really sad, and they may uh, have a very bad impact on them. So be very careful when you are giving your readings. You have to basically understand that every sign or everything that is being spoken in the book doesn't get applied, because the reason being, because only one sign is taken into account, and you're not taking into account the whole hand as such. So if there is a negative sign on one particular area, there could be a good sign on the other particular area as well. So that's the reason why we must look at hands in totality, not just one or two signs. And before I end this particular video, I need to show you a slideshow, which is extremely important while giving a reading. It would help you in giving a better reading and suggesting better aspects to your clients. See, people generally want to know about money, and people think that only money line would tell about the money. But each and every line can tell you about the money, the heart line, the headline, the sun line, every possible line. And the importance of money line in terms of how much money we would be able to have in our life is just 15%. That's the maximum, I would say. So each and every line matters. And this is also very important. A saint once said, you don't need to go to an astrologer or a palmist to know about your future, because you already know your future. Present is a result of past. How will be my future? Future depends upon what you are doing in the present. What are we? We are product of our thoughts. So the thoughts that come to our mind are really important. Keep positive thoughts and keep good company. That's what matters the most. Thanks, bye, and take care.